I open my eyes, a new day is here. The sun is shining, but I feel fear. What's within my soul? I feel my body like a stone, dismounted from my mighty throne. I feel so alone. so alone. Just give it all you got. I am searching for the key to hell. I know I'm not alone. I don't fear death. Heaven will lead me through to a better me. Who can serve happily and be so free? when the trouble comes along on its own. Oh, the trouble comes as long as I don't overheat, as long as I can move my feet, as long as I'm in charge of myself, I will never put it on the shelf. I will never put it on the shelf. As long as my heart keeps the beat, as long as the journey's not complete, as long as I can make it go, I will strive to keep the flow. I will strive to keep the trouble comes along. The trouble comes along.
Hey! It's Anfa, and you're watching April's live stream, monthly live stream, even though it's March. Yes, I know. It's weird. But because of the holidays, I had to change the date and pushing it forward, is that the term? I said pushing it back in the announcement graphic. I said pushing it back. Look at what I have. Swag. Anfa swag. Wow, feeling cool now. Yeah, I said pushing it back, but maybe it's pushing it forward. So, can you hear me? We have sound. I see that we have sound, so that's good. Nice. That's not something you hear every day. Oh dear. Whew. All right. Welcome. If you are watching this for the first time, I'm Anfa. I make electronic music and also sound effects. Currently, I work in game development industry as an artist. Partially, I'm do sound effects and music, but also graphics. And I do all that using free and open source software and Linux. And I guess that's a unique selling point, as you might say, is that I only use free and open source software and Linux. So yeah, I try to showcase what you can do with that. And I make tutorials about how you make music, how you make sound effects. Sound effects, not so much. I should really go deeper into sound effects. And I am, because this stream we're going to make some sound effects for a game I'm doing with a friend of mine. Let me do one thing.
Hello.
Combustible Lemonade is here with me. And you should hear him too.
Hello, everyone. Am I hearable?
I think you are. Maybe I should
Nice.
make you a little bit louder.
Yes.
Tiny
Hugo
bit.
says fridge gaming, and that's really what Liblast is about. So,
Fridge gaming.
Fridge gaming, yes.
like a refrigerator.
yes.
Also, I think I need to move my background a little bit because there's a little nasty thingy. So hold on. Also, my rim light is not where it should be. And also, I didn't shave. Sorry. I guess you'll survive that. Okay, look at this. Hey, we've got rim light. You see that? This is a rim light. Okay. Woo! So, if you don't know, me and Combustible Lemonade, we are making a game in free time, having fun making a game called Liblast. And it's a free and open source game created with Godot engine, which is also free and open source. And the game is a multiplayer first-person shooter. I'm going to run it now, show you what's going on. You can download this game right now and just click Quick Connect and you can play with us. I'm going to paste the link. No. Jon, could you maybe paste the link to chat? You are a mod. If you click Quick Connect, you're going to have a screen like this and you can select your character.
You mean
Please
this
don't.
link?
Yes, thank
Okay,
you.
Nice.
So right now, Combustible Lemonade has pasted a link in the chat. You can download the game, or you can download the source code and Godot editor and look how it's made. And you can connect and you can play with us. And you need to choose your character. And it's best if you don't choose the first one because it has an invisible body. I'm going to play as the fridge. I know this is not a gaming channel, but I wanted to show you what we're working with here because I want to make some sound effects for this game today. And all the sound effects that are currently in it are made with my mouth. So you can't hear them for some reason. Hello, Toxie Evil Oatmeal. Oh, I think the server... Well, I lost the connection. maybe. Never mind. I don't want to be playing the game. I want to be making sound effects for the game. So I have prepared myself an empty Ardor session, as always. And also, I think I need to shrink my face a little bit. At least a little bit. Because my face is bigger than... I don't know what. Okay, that's better. Weird Constructor asks, that version has no SDFGI? Yes. If you don't know, SDFGI is a very fancy dynamic lighting system, but it's introduced in Godot 4. And we are using Godot 3 because Godot 4 is not stable yet. And yeah, we were thinking about porting this game to Godot 4 and moving along with that, but after some thoughts, we realized it's going to be pretty much making the game from scratch, so maybe we'll just continue doing it right now. Okay. Let's make some sound effects. I think we're gonna need some effects for menus, so UIs. I really like using Ardor for sound effects making because it has some functions that are really useful. For example, you can create ranges, define ranges on your timeline. For example, this range markers thing. If I called control, actually I'm going to show you my keys. Yes, this little widget in the left bottom corner is going to show you what I'm pressing on my keyboard and mouse. So if I hold control and click and drag in here, you see this red part on my timeline, and I'm created a region, or a range, sorry. I can rename this, and I'm going to call this, for example, UI underscore click. I can make another one and call it UI underscore hover. Yeah. And now I can make some sound effects, and Ardor will export these files separate, as these ranges as separate files. So let me create some tracks. I'd love to use Vitalium for this. So let's see. Vitalium LV2. All right, let's insert 8 instances for starters. And
I want to say something very briefly.
yes.
For the next live stream, we might need a bigger level.
Oh dear.
The entire server is full of people.
Oh wait, I need to see that. I need to stream that. Yeah, I thought about maybe making a like an after party or a before party, but I can't really schedule this today. So we need to figure this out for later. Also, when the game is a bit more developed. Okay, it's loading. Wow, we have a lot of people on this server. If you press and hold tab, you'll see. Oh, I see someone frozen in the air. Okay, I designed this level, by the way. It's really ugly right now. At least some of it is. But also I think the layout is pretty cool. I think it disconnects you after a while. Maybe you'd like to debug this.
I haven't noticed it doing that, but I'll be on the lookout for that.
I've tried it second time and it just...
that's weird.
My player hang up in the air.
Does anyone else have that problem in the chat?
I don't know. Dear chat, if you have any issues with the game, please let us know in the stream chat. Rick Capellano asks, Anfa, do you make adaptive sound in Fmod or other? I don't do this with Fmod, but I want to do something like that with Godot. Fmod isn't open source, of course, and similarly, a system called Wwise for game audio playback isn't open source. But I was talking to Godot developers about some audio things, and I hope we can make audio in Godot a little bit more capable. And also, if any of you are audio developers, the Godot team would accept some help with this. So if you see some areas that might need improvement in Godot, you can contact them and do that, and they will include it in the game, most likely, if you follow their guidelines. Okay, let's make a sound. Let's make some sounds for user interface. So I'm going to make some sound for clicking, like if you click on a button. And probably the easiest way to make user interface sounds is to just take some garbage, bash it together, and cut out really short sounds from that. But maybe I'm going to try and make this with synthesis. So I'm going to change this waveform for a sine wave. I think I need to turn down my headphones. They're quite loud. Oh, and I also need to make you hear my Ardor output like this. Good. Oh, wow, I can enlarge the LV2 UI. That's amazing. I should move my face a bit to the corner. Whoop. That is so cool. This only worked in the VST version some time ago, but looks like FolkTX have fixed that. Really nice. Really nice. Okay, let's. I have enabled Oscillator 2. I'm going to use it as a frequency modulator on Oscillator 1. Also change the pitch. You can also edit this and add, I don't know, maybe make one frame where we add a bunch of harmonics. Make another frame where we, I don't know, just have a bunch of harmonics that are close together. All right. Now I have a wavetable for this oscillator 2. I've turned it down so it's quiet, and it's modulating the first one with frequency modulation. I can maybe turn it down in octave. Yeah. Now we can make this clicky, so I'm gonna make this envelope percussive. Oh, the synth is a bit loud compared to my voice. Okay, I'm going to turn it down. You know what? I'm going to select them all, make a group, and turn down all of them. It should be better. Is it better? Evil Oatmeal says, "Ooh, that's loud." Are you speaking about the game sounds that you're playing, or about the stream? Okay, so I have this envelope.
Speaking of the game,
yeah,
we just made a 4 stack.
Oh my goodness!
We stacked 4 people on top of each other.
4 people. Okay, let me check that out. It's good that this game starts out so quickly. Like I can just press a command, go quick connect, and I can see you already. Are you fridges? Are you guys fridges?
Actually,
okay.
the tower did collapse, so gonna have to rebuild it.
Okay. Where is the tower?
Yeah.
Oh, I see you. You're stacking. How do you stack 4 people on top of each other? Like.
Let's try it again, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so Wouter, you're gonna stand there. Who is this?
I've just
Analog Pixel, you're gonna have to help stacking, man. Ugu over there. Okay. There we go.
All right.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Yes. Yeah. No.
Oh, I think my connection has severed again.
Weird.
Maybe you'd want to mute yourself, Jan? What do you think?
Yes, sorry, I was stacking 4 people on top of each other.
No worries. I was thinking about streaming Combustible Lemonade's screen in a corner so we can see what he's doing, because we thought like I could make the sounds and he could like implement them in the game as I work, but we had some trouble and we decided to drop it because my OBS didn't like that. Okay. Let's make another envelope and maybe change this. It's too much. Also, we can make this phase randomization 0. Right, it's something. It's not very pleasant. Let's add a comp filter, maybe. All right, interesting. That could be a sound. What if we add another filter, maybe a formant filter, and route the output of filter 1 into it? Oh, that's so cool. It's a bit quiet. I can turn up this. Oh, this sounds like the sound in Quake 3. Holy snap! I found the sound. It's so close. I don't want to like be copying that, but let's use it. Okay, I'm playing. What note am I playing? It's a B. Close this and record this note. I'm just gonna. Actually, that would be the hover. UI hover. Okay. Okay. My synthesizer is augmented. Ah! Let's see what happens if I play it in a different octave. Okay, it doesn't work as well. I need to make another one. Maybe I'm going to copy this one and paste it to another track. And I'm going to replace this original one, which doesn't have this patch.
Update. We now have a stack of 5 people.
Okay. Okay.
And it just collapsed.
Ah, okay, I'm going to keep the game open in the background so I can just Alt-Tab and connect. All right. I'm going to make this a little bit of a variation on this sound. So that was a selection, so over hover. And now let's try and make a... What about this? It's a bit loud for a UI sound. Also not very pleasant. This could be nice. Okay, I'm going to move this here. Oh, no, wrong note. Okay, I'm going to play lower octave. All right. We have made some sounds. I want to maybe ease the attack on this one. Yeah, so it's not just like... Dang it. I want to actually make another version of... I'm going to copy this and maybe... I think I need to automate a parameter. I'm going to open up a macro track, and I'm going to assign this macro to attack in here. And maybe also to attack in here. And now I can automate that, so I can change the make the attack, 0 here, but make it non-zero here. So I'm going to copy this. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to copy this. Ah! I somehow edited all the... How can this... how does this work? Oh, no, that's not possible. Oh. All right. Which octave is that? Okay, that's obviously way too much. Oh, I want zero attack here, but I don't want a non-zero attack here. Yeah. And it seems that the loudness also changes, so I'm going to enable velocity tracking, this knob in here. If I move it up, it's going to make actually the node velocity actually affect the loudness of the sound. If you can't see Anfa, then Anfa crashed the stream. If you can see Anfa, then Anfa will crash the stream. Okay, I was a little bit afraid that maybe I have already crashed the stream. It's a bit too long. I'm gonna make this louder. And this quieter. Sorry, Quake 2, I'm not gonna copy your sound design. Sorry, Quake 3, I mean. Hey, we're making some sound effects. I'm gonna save this. And now maybe we could export these sounds. Actually, my head is truncated when I move a bit higher. So you see we have these UI click, marker, range marker, and UI hover. Range marker, I can maybe move them a little bit closer together. I can also create a location marker, and I'm going to call this UI just to help myself like find this when I look for it. And just when I'm zoomed out in the session, and then I go and where's the UI sounds? Oh, there they are. All right. Because unfortunately, Ardor doesn't have a search function, so it's not like you can press Control F and you can type in the name of something and it will find you markers or tracks or whatever. Okay, let's export these then. I'm gonna hit Alt-E because that's the shortcut for exporting. Let's go to time span, and you can see right here we have session selected. Session is the markers from start and end. This is the session, so that's what is exported by default. We don't want that. We want UI click and UI hover to be exported instead. Also, let's go to file format. And this is an important thing because Ardor has a function that's very useful, and it's called silence trimming. And you set it up in the export format. So I'm going to click New, and here we'll configure our export format. So I'm going to call this SFX or liblast SFX. This is just a name that will help me identify what it is. Okay, we want PCM, we want wave, we want 48 kilohertz, actually session rate, doesn't matter. 16-bit, we can use shaped noise dithering, doesn't matter that much. And also we want trim silence on start and trim silence at end and at start. I'm going to save this, and you can see it says liblast SFX, trim, wave, 16-bit session rate. Cool. Now I'm going to export it. And as you can see, the very interesting thing that happened is that the sound doesn't have any silence from the start, even though our marker is right here. So you see Ardor has exported the sound and said, oh, That's nothing. I'm going to cut that off because we enabled that silence trimming. Same with the silence at the end. Our marker ends in here. It's like a second later, but it cut it out. And now, okay, you can't hear it, but it's just the sound I need. And here, also it's just the sound I need. So this is perfect because it's for when you're making sound effects for games, it's very important to make them as short as possible. But also, like, so this is why we want to trim the end, because even if the sound is like has 3 seconds of silence at the end, the game engine is still going to be crunching these zeros and adding them together. So if you click 10 buttons in a row quickly, because you know what you're doing, and there's 3 seconds of silence at the end, the game engine is going to have to be playing back these files even though there's nothing in them. And it's going to waste resources just playing silence. So that's what you want to. That's why you want to trim silence at the end. Why do you want to trim silence at the start, however, is that the game engine is going to trigger this playback of the sound when an event happens. And usually sound effects in games, like most of them happen when something happens on the screen. So you want them to be in sync. So you don't want your sound to have half a second of silence at the start, because then the event is going to happen, the game engine is going to start the sound playback, but because it has half a second of silence, the players are going to hear the sound half a second too late. That's why trimming start silence is so important as well. And we have both of these done. So now I can open the folder where it exported that. I'm going to close this dialog and Alt-Tab to the export folder. And you can see we have here our files, and these are pretty sweet. Awesome. I also set up Ardor so it exports the loudness export analysis as a PNG file. So we have these. It's not really, maybe I could disable that. Like sometimes it's useful to debug if your sounds were like too quiet or something, and you can see, or like the silence truncation didn't work well, and you can watch the file and see, oh, that's why. So I'm going to go to Edit Preferences, and I believe where is that? Appearance, General, Save Loudness Analysis as image file after export. Yeah, I'm going to deselect that. Don't need this anymore. Okay, now an important thing I want to say also is that you need to, for the silence trimming in Ardor to work properly, you need to unfortunately change some configuration files, because by default, Ardor only does that if all the samples are negative infinity, which is pretty hard to do because any synthesizer will probably produce some kind of tiny noise, like some dithering, and that's going to prevent Ardor from truncating the silence, which is nasty. So what we have to do is go to my home directory, go to .config, then go to Ardor 6, see the files in here, and there is config. Yay. Let's open Nano, which is a text editor. Let's open this file, and now we have Ardor's file configuration. I'm going to go Control-W, press Control-W, which is a shortcut for where, and I'm going to type silence. And we found the line. This line defines what is the silence threshold in decibels, and by default, this is negative infinity, like that. And we need to change it to negative 90 to make this work properly. I hope Ardor developers are going to make this a default. For now, it's not default. For now, default is negative infinity, and this have given me a lot of problems when we're at work, when I was like, using this functionality, and I had been like fighting with Ardor and adding a lot of noise gates and like bit crashers even to try and make Ardor to truncate the silence, and it would not do that without some crazy things. So this is it. Then to save this, you press Ctrl O, like output. You confirm the name, and it wrote your file. Now you need to restart Ardor. Now, before you do this, you need to close Ardor, modify the config file, save it, and then open Ardor. Because if you open Ardor, open this file, save it, and close Ardor, it's going to override the settings because it has all these settings in memory, and when you close it, it's going to override them. So we can close this, Ctrl X. And this is how you get Ardor to export your silence, to trim your silence properly. Okay, maybe we could make some sounds for like starting a game, like a bit more complex sounds, like so like I know UI accept. We could also make a UI cancel. All right, let's get another instance of Vitalium. Open it up. Let's make something with wavetable. Let's have some wavetable fun. I'm gonna maybe randomize this. Create a bunch of frames with totally random harmonic series. Because sometimes just what makes cool sounds. Also, I'm gonna randomize the phase because it's all very even. And I'm gonna spread these out a bit more evenly. Alrighty, nice. 2 octaves lower. We can maybe use an LFO as a complex envelope. So I'm going to change this LFO to envelope and move it here. I wanted to sustain in here. Oh, envelope, sustain. So now this, by default, this is a phase offset on the LFO when it's in the LFO mode. If it's in envelope mode, it's doing something else. It either defines start of the envelope or the sustain part of the envelope. So you see when I release my key, it moves later.
Right, I have another update.
Oh, nice. What
I
happens?
managed to build a tower so high that I escaped to the ceiling.
Oh, no! Let me connect to the game
Yeah,
and
I'll
see
just
that.
keep walking on the ceiling.
Okay.
It was kind of cheating because some people have connected multiple times, but still.
Okay. I am proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if I can quick connect, actually.
I see someone connected, but I don't see from this distance. I can't see who it is.
Maybe I
Maybe
should
I should.
close the game and try it, restart it.
Graphics. Are you using the right version?
I am using the right version.
Okay.
I'm using the build we've told people to download, so should
That
be
should
the one.
work. I mean, it is working for everyone else, so it's kind of weird that it doesn't work for you.
Doesn't want to connect, though.
Yeah,
It just hangs.
that's weird.
Yeah. Oh, it did connect. It just took it really long. Gonna
Yeah,
be a
it
fridge.
kind of has a bit of.
Oh, I don't know why the fridge spawned on top of the screen. I think it's just very slow.
Is that you? Am I shooting at you now?
I don't know.
Oh,
The game is
you're lagging
updating.
a bit.
I think I am.
Do you see me?
I don't. I see the floor right now. Just.
I'm up
Oh
top
my
here.
goodness. Yeah.
See? We did it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a lot
It
of
was quite
fridges.
an endeavor. I mean, you can try to come up here too.
I love this fridge model you've made. It's so good. And also, I recently. Oh no! Also, I've recently made this hand model and
Yeah.
made the hand animated, so the hands are like moving a little bit.
Yeah. Yep, and
Oh.
now the person below you has to jump. Or you
Yeah.
have to jump on Toke Evil Oatmeal.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and now it might work. Try
I
it.
think
Nope,
it's
doesn't work.
not enough yet.
Oatmeal has to jump, and then you have to jump on Oatmeal in midair, and then you can jump. Yep,
Oh my goodness.
yep, that's what you
That's
have to do.
crazy.
Yeah, try again. Oh! Ooh.
Oh! It was so close. Maybe I can jump for oatmeal. It's amazing. It's a tower of life fridges. Oh no.
This is the most absurd thing I've.
This is the most absurd thing I've seen in a game, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Most. Oh no!
Our tower is collapsing.
Well, it's lonely at the top.
I'm gonna switch away and you guys can connect and I'm gonna just be a brick in the tower. Or maybe I can...
There you go.
Oh wait, someone called Ugu. Okay, I can jump and... Yes!
Yeah, he did it! Hey! Now we can continue the tower over here.
Okay, that area is off limits. You shouldn't be able to go there, but okay.
Shouldn't. I'm like waiting for like the speedrunning strats for which this is going to be somehow useful.
No idea. I don't know if we're going to be speedrunning because it's no single player, right? At least not
Yeah,
yet.
true.
Anyway, also I made this light flicker and I was
this
really
looks
proud
absurd.
of it.
I'm gonna make a picture of it and put
see
it in
this light
the
is
Unfa
flickering, it's so
Discord
cool.
server. Oh, someone fell off.
This is epic. This is absolutely epic. Okay, I'm gonna go back to making sound effects.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption.
No worries, that was awesome.
Okay, yeah.
So guys, if you want to join in and build the Tower of Life fridges, the download link for this game is in this live stream's description right on top. I've put it there so you don't have to search for it. Okay, let's see. This sounds like some laser weapon, but we don't have laser weapons in this game yet. What if
Not
I
yet.
make it unison? Let's add a filter. I'm just messing around with sound design right now, so gonna use another. Also, there is this smoothing factor, which is like a low pass filter. It's really cool. Fridge sound. This sounds nice, like a. Huh. I'm gonna make a hold. It's a little bit quiet. Oh, nice. Distortion. AJMGD says this needs more bass. How does a fridge sound? You think we should make a fridge sound? Maybe. Oh, I can automate this thing to make some weird things. Nice. Make it envelope sustain, and I'm gonna set this point. What is it? It has a very interesting, distinct sound. Rob Vandenberg says, sample your fridge door! Okay, I like this. This could be a sound like for entering the game, like UI accept, etc. Just, I'm going to copy the UI click, or maybe I'm going to make this a separate sound. I don't know. Let's copy this and see what happens. That's too low. This is nice. Yeah, maybe I'm not going to copy these. I'm going to call this accept. I'm going to call this hover. Call this click. Oh, click is reserved for Ardor. Sure. Sure. I like this sound. You can also have a sound for cancel, like when you just kind of want to quit the game and the game says, "Rawr! I don't want you to quit the game." Rawr! Maybe it could be like a siren. Some sirens are very nice. Siren sounds come from frequency modulation. I'm going to go for sine waves. All right. Yes, I think I misclicked. So let's do the same thing as in the first sound. Oh, this is going to be loud. Sorry. And the cool thing is when you change the ratio between these and make it like you know, 12 semitones is 1 octave, so it's two times the frequency. If we make it uneven, funny sounds happen. Like this siren, like. That sounds like a denial sound, like you can't enter. Combustible Lemonade says, and I'm going to restart it with a larger player limit. Oh, so he's shutting down the server and he's going to restart it with a larger player limit. Okay. I love looking at these clouds in the sky. Can you see them? They're animated. They're procedural. It's three-dimensional Perlin noise FBM, actually. So fractal Brownian noise. And it's fully procedural. It's amazing. I'm so happy. It's a shader. Let's kill it. Let's kill the game. That note also sounds good. Denied! Oh my goodness. I'm gonna call this UI error. Not sure what error we can have. Maybe cancel? I don't know. We're gonna rename it if need be. Also, this is a bit too high. I'm gonna move it 1 octave down. Okay, that's better. Let's listen to this. All right, I think it's cool. Let's make it slightly less loud. Actually, we should take care of our overall sound levels, because this is also very important for a game engine. We would optimally want to limit the dynamic range, because we can have a limiter in the game engine. That's not a problem. But the more we limit the dynamic range of the sounds themselves, the less that limiter is going to have to work. So we need to balance how much dynamic range we want in our sounds versus how much is it going to pump the limiter. I'm going to insert EBU R128 meter, which is a very nice plugin by Robin Garias. And this plugin is so-called butterfly meter. We can see our overall level in loudness units or loudness units full scale. Full scale is what we care about. And thinking about what I should do now. Maybe I'm going to make a monitor section. I'm going to use a monitor section. Okay, I'm going to go to the mixer. And this is our monitor section. So now I'm going to, okay. Yes, now you can't hear my output from, now you can hear it. And now the cool thing about a monitoring section in Ardour, oh, you can't see it. Too bad. Okay, I'm gonna move it. So this is monitoring section in Ardour. What it does is it's a special bus that's going to be used to pass through all the audio that you're working on, but it's not going to be used when you export, which is great because you can make it quieter, like enable dim, and you can set the level of dimming here, which is very useful because when you're listening to something for over and over, it's very good and refreshing to just drop the sound level by 20 decibels and listen to it on that, because then you also very well hear all the transients and different dynamic aspects of the sound that you didn't hear before. So dimming is awesome, and I think there's also like I think there was like a shortcut for this dim thing. Shift Control M. Okay. Yeah, so you can like enable it and disable it when you're making sounds. We can use this and then add a limiter. I'm going to use X42 DPL, which is Digital Peak Limiter. It's a very simple limiter, but it's also very nice. And it sounds very, very well. It has 64 samples of look ahead, and we can just lower the threshold. Actually, we're going to leave the threshold at -1, maybe -1.5, and up the gain. Okay, and now we can see that actually we just gained back the 20 decibels we have taken out on the monitoring section. So what this does is we're optimally using our dynamic range, because the sounds we export are going to be 16-bit wave files. So they have 96 decibels of dynamic range in theory. In practice, about 80 something. So if we have 20 decibels of nothing on the top of our dynamic range, we're wasting that space. And this also is going to lead to potential problems with fidelity. If we go too quiet, we're going to have more noise in our sounds. And also it makes it harder to mix sounds in the game engine if they're like all over the place and the levels aren't consistent. So now we can measure -8 audio. Okay. We can also compete true peak, and it's -1.5. So it's exactly what we have set in our limiter, which is awesome. Let's see if I can make it crap itself. Okay, we pushed it by 0.1 decibel. That's, well... Okay, 0.2 decibels. 0.3. Okay, 0.4 decibels. All right. Realistically, I'm not going to produce such horrible sounds. Reset. I'm going to be mushing my keyboard for actual sound effects for this. At least, unless I'm going to be doing that, but not now. Let's go back to edit. And now, you know, we're listening through the monitoring bus, so we are hearing everything 20 decibels lower. But the actual levels are right here. Actually, it's a bit too loud because maybe we should be around like the 0. Maybe I'm going to take out... Okay, let's go with -12, 15. Okay, I'm going to make my playback a little bit louder. Also, isn't it a bit too quiet on your side? Let's listen. All right, these are still crazy quiet. Wait, does that, was it? Okay, it's quite limited. Okay, okay. I should make this sound quieter. Alrighty. You want to make a fridge hum? Let's do this. I'm going to create a new marker. I'm going to call this fridge. So fridge sounds will live here. Maybe I'm going to export my previous sounds also. So Alt-E is the shortcut. Let's select time spans. We already exported these, but I've now changed the loudness. So let's re-export them. And I'm going to hit export. There they are. You can see we have beautiful waveforms. They are louder. Fantastic. Sweet. I'm going to save the session as well. I also wanted to make maybe some ambient sounds. And there's one sound I really wanted to make. I actually wanted to make a tutorial about it. And that is the sound of humming, of pipes humming. So maybe I'm going to move this to the right and make here ambient. I'm going to call this humming pipes. I haven't ever done this sound in Vitalium, so it's going to be a new thing. Let's open this up. I'm going to clear all the harmonics, randomize these, and I'm going to put in some high ones. Like this. And I'm going to lower this until we can hear them. Okay, maybe they're a bit too high. Interesting. I think we have too much harmonics. I know what's missing. Unison. Let me lower my keyboard range. Oh, I'm changing my MIDI channel, not lowering my keyboard range. That's nice. I'm gonna zoom out a bit more and awesome. If we add reverb to this, this is perfect. This is sweet. Humming pipes sounds interesting. Shake your fridge around for footstep sounds. Steve Pixis says, Hi, Steve. Beer glass clicking sounds in the fridge. Oh, that would be so perfect. I don't think I have enough beer bottles. I think I have one beer bottle in home, maybe two. But you could record them. Yay. Okay, I'm going to record a note from this. And I'm going to show you how to make seamlessly looping sounds in Ardor, because that's a bit of an interesting topic. I actually want to make another separate tutorial just about that, because it's really not trivial. All right, nice. So what I do for looping sound effects is I create a special audio track. So I'm going to click Ctrl-Shift-N to make a new track and make audio tracks stereo. 1, please, not 8. And I'm going to call this loops. And I'm going to insert it before selection. So it should be right right under master bus. And there it is. Okay, now, by default, all the tracks go to master. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to send it directly to output so that whatever goes through the loops doesn't go through master. But loops itself is going to take input from master. Crazy, right? So now whatever goes through the master bus is going to go through the loops track as well. And I'm going to mute this. Actually, I don't want this to go anywhere. Let's disconnect this. No output. Okay? No output. And now, the thing is I can record audio that's going through master. So it's going to go through, our limiter and all the other processing we may apply. So let me just record this. Okay, so here is our sound. And the thing is, like, if we wanted to, whoa, what did I do? Let's not do that. If I wanted to, like, loop this sound, I would probably have to do it in a separate program like our Audacity or something. So what now I'm going to do is I'm going to mute this region, Alt-1, so that when I play it, only this will play. And what I'm going to do, actually I should send it to out 1 and 2 so I can actually hear what's going on. But this one is going to be loud. I should send it to monitor. Okay, can I send it to monitor? Out, okay, other. Where is Ardor monitor? Okay, it doesn't expose it. Or does it? All right, doesn't seem to be exposing it, which is kind of bummer. I haven't actually used this with the monitor with the monitor bus. Okay, let's just temporarily make it quieter. Oh, yeah, I need to send it. Sorry, to out 1 and 2. Fuck, that was too loud. Sorry. Oh, you can't hear it anyway. All right, now you will be able to hear it. So we have this nasty, ugly thing at the start because it's just establishing itself. So I'm going to cut that out. It also has a tail that doesn't interest us because we want this to loop seamlessly. So I'm going to delete that. Now, let's loop that. So what I'm going to do is cut a piece from the start and move this to the end. Right? So this edge is going to perfectly fit this edge. Now I'm going to just make a crossfade. Oh, actually, this should be on top. Layering, raise to top. Yay! Now I can crossfade between the two. Let's play it. And it's perfectly, you can't hear a bit anything. It's seamless. Perfect. Now what we do is we create a range marker and we don't care where they are. As long as they encapsulate this, it's going to be fine. I'm just going to call this now ambient pipes. Actually, this could be like pipes 1. We could make another one later, but not now. I'm going to save it. Now I'm going to reset this thingy, I mean shift and click on the fader to reset its position to 0. I'm gonna save this again. I'm gonna go now Alt-E to open the export dialog, and now we need to change something in here because this will not work right away. Because by default, we are only going to export sounds that go to the master bus. So let's go to channels, and you can see we have master selected. So 1 and 2 channels are out 1, out 2. And now we also want loops. So if I enable this, out 1 and out 2 from the loops track is also going to be sent to export. Now if I go to time span, we can deselect all because these sounds are already exported. I'm going to select ambient pipes. And now if I export it, and we have our seamless loop. Yep. It's going to close this and let's open our export folder, ambient pipes. Now, to confirm that a sound is looping seamlessly, what I often do is open Audacity and just copy and paste it to see if I can hear the transition between the one copy and another copy. Oh my goodness. Oh, Ardor did play some sounds to you. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do about that. So actually, okay, I have this. Non-mixer DAW. Let's make it quieter. Don't want to blast this on you. Now this should be seamless because you see, this is our waveform, and our waveform, you can see it's perfectly matching. The start, it goes from the bottom, it ends at the top. It's perfectly matching. And also, by default, Ardor creates tiny crossfades. If we zoom right in, can we? Oh, it's hanging. Wow, why? Maybe it's going to not hang anymore. Oh, it's frozen. Wow. Man, oh man. Wow. Let me kill it. Actually, I'm going to need some more stuff to kill it. pkill -9 Ardor. Or maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe let's just try and start it again. Maybe it's gonna work. If not, I might need to restart everything. Oh, it does work. Hooray! Good for us. Let's load this. So our ambient pipes are perfectly seamless. And this is how you export a seamless sound effect from Ardor. Now, if we import this into Game Engine and set it to loop, it's going to sound great. Yeah. Okay, what else can we do? Could try some footsteps. I think for footsteps I will need to use Freesound because I don't really have good material to record footsteps right now. Like, I can't just go out at this very moment and record some footsteps, at least not the sound I want to record. Maybe I could try and make a gunshot though, and maybe some sounds of. We need the fridge humming though. Okay, let's try and make a fridge humming. Shouldn't be too hard, I hope. I think for fridge humming, what we need is 50 Hz tone. Martin Bangers says, Ardor froze like a fridge. I'm going to disable note track so that now, regardless of what I play, the same note will be produced. The same pitch will be produced. And now we can tweak it. We can tune it to make it 50 Hertz. I'm going to use an instrument tuner, you know? Oh, GX tuner doesn't... Nah. Okay, let's go for the X42 tuner then. Oh, is it going to show me hertz? Yeah, okay, 130 hertz. Make it quieter. Okay, that's pretty good. Wow, it made my ears confused after this. So that's a 50 hertz sound. Let's make this a square wave. I could just draw this. Shoop. Yep. We can make a low pass effect. You need only 2 coconut shells for footsteps. I don't have coconut shells. I might have coconut cheese, though. Not sure if it's gonna work. And I think we would need some noise filtered with some weird filters. So maybe some formant filters for the noise. So just sampler. And I'm gonna go and maybe use a COM filter through on the first one. That sounds like these pipes we were going for. I think this is not a bad good idea. I'm gonna try a bandpass. Slight vibration in the low tone. Yeah, maybe we could use an LFO for this. This sounds ominous. I think that's perfect. The fridge should sound ominous. It's a sentient fridge that's trying to kill you. It should sound ominous as all heck. That's nice. I'm gonna maybe make this sound noise stereo. So I'm going to yeah, apply this to pitch, stereo to pitch. Bo Diddley says, "Man, Little Blast is pretty fun." That's really cool because it's very early in development. Hopefully, it's going to be. Hopefully it's going to be even more fun. And like I have a little dream that maybe it's going to become a really huge project and it's going to be like the best and most fun and most awesome multiplayer first-person shooter, which is open source. Maybe. Inevitably we'll have to move to Godot 4 at some point, but the engine isn't stable yet, so not now. What we could do? Maybe some compressor. Now the compressor, multiband compressor makes our low sound affect the height of our... Does it? Let's try maybe... Just a tiny bit of this distortion. Also, we could maybe make the filters move a little bit. And maybe make them stereo. All right, now we have our nasty, ominous fridge sound. If we low pass it, no, maybe it should be as dry as possible. We should strive for dry sounds and add reverb in the game, I think, so it's dynamic. All right, let's loop this sound. I'm going to save the project. I'm going to record. I don't need to record. This is one note. What I do need to record is, however, how loud is this? All right, it's very loud. That's good. Nice. I'm going to record loops. And I'm also going to mute it to avoid potential feedback of loud sounds. Don't want that. Okay, that's enough. Don't need too much of this. I'm going to mute the original region. And now let's loop our recording. We need to figure out, like, I'm going to hit, what, F? Oh, yeah, F. I need to find places where this should be looping. So you see we have this LFO pattern. And I want to, like, maybe find this thing and then find another place where this is just exactly the opposite, like this. I'm going to try and go Alt-D to copy, duplicate, and see if this matches. Okay, so this is my first one, and this is my... Okay. All right, I need to just back off a little bit so that it does touch the 0. Okay, okay. All right, nice. This should be good. I think I could actually... maybe not. Okay, I think this is all it's gonna take to loop this. I don't think we need to crossfade between different parts. Let's create a range marker for this. I'm gonna call this fridge or player underscore fridge underscore ambient. I'm gonna save this. And I'm going to export it. Maybe I can mute my DAW audio when I do that. So fridge, player fridge ambient. Oh, we're not exporting loops. I know, Beagle, because Ardor crashed and it didn't remember that we want to export these. Our export settings are properly set, though. Good. Okay, I'm gonna mute output of Ardor and export it. And we're back. Nice. Good. Sentient fridges. Yeah, GDT says, "Hi, I'm late. What are we working on?" We're working on sound effects for a game that I'm working on with Combustible Lemonade. In the description of the live stream on the first line, you can find a link and you can download the game and you can join us and play. I believe Combustible Lemonade is playing this game with our viewers right now. I am making sound effects for it, though, using Vitalium, which is open source. So yeah, I can try and quick connect, maybe see what's going on in there, what the madmen are doing. Hey, here it is. I see only Combustible Lemonade in here. Oh, I also see... Oh no, there's more people. I think this player is frozen. Ah yeah, his health isn't updating. Oh, and now it's stopped. You see, I'm hanging in midair. Something's going on. All right. Yep, so you can join this game and I'm making sound effects for it right now. We just made the ambient sound for the fridge, which should be cool. Let's see. Holy snap, this is loud. Sorry. Oh, Combustible Lemonade says, "I don't see you in-game, Anfa. I was for a short while, but the game, my connection broke, I think, and I'm no longer in." Maybe let's try and make a gunshot. Normally, if I were to do that, I would use a bunch of recordings. Maybe I should do it, like show you how I would make a gunshot for an actual commercial project, so I don't like spend billion hours trying to synthesize everything and it doesn't sound great. So, okay, let's maybe use free sound then, because that's actually like what I would go to. Hup. So, freesound.org is a website where you can download sound effects and upload sound effects. And the thing is that the sound effect... Kidding me? The sound effects are all licensed under Open Creative Commons licenses. Okay, there we go. Yes, please. So what we can find here is, for example, gunshots. And usually, like, you need to find a bunch of sounds and then layer them, process them, and make them sound good. Let's try and do that. And I'm also going to only search for Creative Commons 0 sounds so that I don't have to credit anyone. I don't know how loud this is going to be. Okay, this sounds bad. Even worse. That's nice. 10 layered gunshots. 1 of 10 layered gunshots in this pack. Okay. How about non-layered gunshots? Because I like to layer stuff myself. Hello, Mr. Zenon. Is there non-layered gunshots? I don't see anything. That sounds really good. Gus Heinz cool sound privilege should be recorded at a distance of 5 feet and again a distance of 40 feet where audience allowed to sound or reverberate at both times. Awesome. I think I'm going to use this. I love it. Also, it's 96 kilohertz. Great. Let's sound this. Let's save this. And I'm going to go liblast, assets, SFX. And I'm going to go SFX2. I'm going to create freesound CC0. And I'm going to store all these sounds in there so that I know what the sounds are. Okay, that's one sound we have. Let's seek more. Balloon popping. What is this? Oh, that's a nice one. Let's see what this is. Oh, why this guy is Linus Sebastian? Okay, I like this sound. Single gunshot. Okay, this could be great for the mechanical parts. I'm going to save this. Because we're gonna need a bunch of layers. We're going to need the punch layer, so this like initial transient. We're going to need the tail layer, which is the reverb of stuff. We're gonna need the mechanical sounds. What else we gonna need? Trigger? Yeah, trigger is going to be the mechanical sound. All right, we have some elements. Wow, not a great one. Not a great one either. Created with Audacity. Maybe I should create my own then. This guy is doing pretty nice sounds with Audacity. This one, not so much. Made with my own voice. Okay, I made my own voice too. All right, I like this. We could use it as a very, very quiet element because it doesn't sound like a great quality. Maybe it's just the preview though. So we'll see. Assault rifle. That sounds like total crap, sorry. Gonna give this 1 star. All right. Maybe with Audacity. Nice. This is pretty cool, though. I'm gonna download this and use it as an element. Okay, I think we have enough. I'm going to bring all of these into my Ardor session. Oh, 1 file is MP3. Holy snap, that's gonna be bad. Let's click, just drag them in. And it resampled all of them. I'm gonna make a group. I'm gonna make a group and call it Gunshots. Because we potentially are gonna make more than 1. And I am also going to make a tag called Weapons. And maybe I'm gonna make also Shots, because we could have like reloads and other stuff. And now just maybe let's make a loop punch. No. Range markers. Okay. So handgun, or maybe that weapons, handgun, shot. I'm going to maybe use this thing. And this thing. I want to make it very, like, short. Make it quiet. I will also time stretch it. So T for time stretch. I'm going to make it shorter, crisp, monophonic. Yeah, please. All right, so it's just a little bit. This one is also nice, though I would like, maybe I'm going to disable this group. I would like to add some stereo-ness to it, so I'm going to add Dragonfly, early reflections, width. It's a mono track. I need to add it. I need to add, okay, add audio port. Good. Okay, we have a tiny bit of stereo information in there. Now I'm going to use Calf Stereo Tools to enhance that amount and like make our sound much more stereo. So stereo level up. Nice. Let's see how it plays in context. Okay, I don't like these clicks in here. I'm going to cut them out. Okay. I have made a sound. One really nice sound I made for Liblast so far was the sound that confirms that you have hit something. It's a ding, and I'm really happy with that sound. I'm not gonna remake it because I don't think there is a need to do that. Let's see what we can do with this. Oh, that sounds totally bad. Also, I need to fade out because there's a compression. And there's also like birds chirping. Yeah, that's not very usable. Maybe like this. Okay, very, very tiny, like just a little hint. So I need to fade these out. What is this then? Oh, this is the mechanics. What if I do this thingy? Or this is gonna be the trigger? Maybe. Okay, we definitely need some kick. Oh, gunshot, I made it. I made a sound for this. Okay, I'm going to try to synthesize something, and we're going to use it as an element. So not just this, but this and stuff. So I'm going to use a white noise. I'm going to use a filter. Dirty 12 decibels. Low pass. Let's send it to here. Make this... Gonna make this... Okay, I'm going to also make this stereo, so stereo modulation to pitch. Kind of shit. Sorry. Also, I definitely need a kick, so sine. Oh, it doesn't update. Interesting. This is gonna need a pitch. Okay. Oh, we had a little bit of attack on the amplitude envelope, which softened our clicks. This is nice. I'm going to also move this like I want it to start, you know, somewhere here, so there's a click. This is too loud, man. Okay, I'm going to go to the matrix, modulation matrix, and this is modulating the transpose, this is modulating the level. I'm going to make this... Okay, now. Awesome. Also can do this. Yeah. Cool! I'm going to distort. Oh, that's nice. It sounds a little bit like this. Also some reverb. Compression. And a cue. I want this boost to only happen on the start, so I'm going to apply this envelope. Maybe this one too. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Ah, sweet. Let's make the noise a bit quieter. Oh, snap. I think we need another filter for this noise. Maybe a bandpass filter this time. Okay, let's see. So this is a gunshot element. Maybe this trigger is a bit too early. I want to add a little bit of high frequencies to this thing. So I'm going to use EQ, parametric X42 EQ, stereo. It's pretty sweet for quick, dirty work. Oh, you can also... Oh, you can preview a filter if you right-click. Awesome, I never saw that. Oh, yeah. Kind of missing something. I don't know what.
How much music do we have this month?
We have 28 minutes.
Oh, okay. Then there's 10
Yeah.
more minutes.
We should be going soon. Okay. I'm going to save this. And this is our gunshot, I think, you know? Oh, I just noticed it's really super being heavily limited. And if we make it quieter, we're going to have more dynamics. But also the balance of everything just falls apart. Oh, because this thing is here. That's why, yeah. Yeah, I think our gunshot should have this. So more dynamics. Let's save it and export it. So weapons, handgun, shot. I'm gonna mute it for now. Export. And there it is. As you can see, we have our trigger press and the shot and the tail. And it's nicely truncated. It's very short. It's only 0.1 and something seconds. It sounds nice. So that's how we make a gunshot as sound effect using Freesound CC0 licensed sounds. After I started using Freesound CC0 licensed sounds, I have asked the staff of the moderators of Freesound to make all my existing sounds CC0 licensed as well, because I wanted to contribute to the pool of CC0 sounds, because I think it's amazing, because everyone having no money and nothing can just grab these sounds and make awesome things. And I really think that's important, especially, you know, for people who just want to learn and they don't have means to get, you know, commercial libraries and buy stuff or whatever. Of course, you can use sounds with, you know, that require attribution, sorry. But then you need to collect these like attributions for these files, and you need to include them in your project. It's a little bit of a, you know, it's a little bit difficult. It's just easier to use sounds that are licensed CC0. I don't mind you using my sounds, 800 something plus sounds. And I'm using these, I'm doing sounds like that for work. Yeah. Nice. That's a nice sounding pistol, I tell you. I'll need some shell casings, though. Okay. Let's go. Play some music. It's time for the music submissions. Are you ready? This track is titled Planet of Lost Minds by Zilla G and Steve Pixis. And they said it's made with LMMS and Sound Effects, and they are trying to find a balance between two radically different genres. They also write, we couldn't decide which version to submit, so chose yours. Yeah, they submitted two versions. That's a really crazy thing. The tempo is changing all the time. It's like bouncy for a while and then it just falls apart. That's really interesting. Also, it's panning left and right, indeed. My lo-fi says, John Cage would be proud. Would have been proud. There's a lot of interesting sounds being made here. I like this lead line. This is crazy. Is it danceable at all? I don't know what's going on. Whew. So that was Planet of the Lost Mines by Zila G and Steve Pixis. And now a track titled Brain Stems? Yes. So it's spelled differently in my form. By SG75. Really nice distorted basses. He says, made with Ardor, Surge and Geon Kick. On Arch Linux with a lot of Wolf Shaper and Ace Calf compression. The effects are hand created, the rest are presets, most important is Story Row by Sola and Surge. And he says the whole track builds up for the escalation in the last 3 bars. Turn down the volume in time. Oh snap. I'm missing the highs a little bit. Like, you can see the spectrum is very heavy on the low mids, I think. Also, for some reason, the snare sounds a little bit disconnected. I think it needs some highs too. Building up. Nice. So that was Brain Stems by SG75. And now, Dubs 15 by Sahativa. Sahativa has been submitting some really nice dub tunes. And I think today is no different. Maybe 15 is actually not the title, because he said Dub Z. Yeah, so I guess it's Dub Z. And interestingly, it was made with Z-Rhythm. Yes! Z-Rhythm. And he writes, second track using ZRhythm 1.0 Alpha 14, featuring LSP sampler, Odin, Zenitzel FX, MDA E-piano, Set Be Free, Tal FX, Calf FX. Enjoy some quiet dub, smiley face. We will. This is so nice. I love this. Oh, MDA E-piano. So that's the Rhodes we hear. It's really cool to hear a track that was actually completed in ZRhythm. Also, this is so pleasant, and I really like the mix. Like, the frequency spectrum is very balanced. There are very deep lows, there is mids, there are highs, there is treble, but nothing is too much. The bass is very big, but it's also soft and pleasant, and I like this. Also love the reverbs and delays. Oh man, this is fantastic. Ooh, I like this. Distortion, reverb, delay, feedback. Awesome. That's such nice. My Lo-Fi asks, what's the brass? I should have played this but on the very, very end of this live stream. That would be a perfect sunset song. So that was Dub Z by Sahativa, made with ZRhythm. Awesome. And now, a track by Tronic titled Poem to the Stars. Slow, in parentheses. So I guess this also has a fast version. And this track was made with LMMS. And he said, like I said, I love open source. Wakes me up in the morning. Awesome. I like this very much. Yeah, this is totally synth-wavy, but also have something not quite synth-wavy that I like about it, because it's a bit different. Also lovely melodies going on. Oh my goodness, these arpeggios going on and the lead line, really cool. It started out very minimal, but it's very well going forward. Oh man, I'm loving this. My Lo-Fi asks, is this Miami Vice? And Rob Vandenberg answers, now it is. Okay, so that was Poem to the Stars by Tronic. And now, a track by Quantizer titled Until the Machine Eats Me. Made with Ed, LMMS, Xenat SubFX, Vital, and Audacity. And he also writes, making music is going slower from now on due to new job. We'll try one every 2 months or so. Take care. Always enjoying your tracks. Yeah. Ah. I love the melody. And the ghost notes in the snare. And the right cymbal. That is really low. It was like 20 hertz. This is 37 hertz. 35. Dude. That's the kind of bass I like. I got goosebumps from this. Really. So that was Until the Machine Eats Me by Quantizer. And now we will hear a track titled Back Chacon Remake by Peace from the Ruins. And the track was made with LMMS, also Ardor, Xenat SubFX, we're using standard presets, Triple Oscillator, Bit Invader, and Kicker. And he also writes, this is a remake of Sebastian Bach's Chacon, inspired by my little brother who plays violin and loves classical music. Thanks, Anfa, for supporting the free music community. Thank you. I know a few Bach pieces. I even sung a few Bach pieces with a choir, but I don't know this one. I don't think I recognize it. Rick Capellano asks, Anfa, any chance to make an orchestral song? I made one during one stream. I could do it again. If you guys want me to do it. I really like the idea of giving classical music electronic renditions. This is a bit of a messy part though. And you can kind of like, you can hear that it's default presets. Because the sound feel unpolished. Oh, a little tinnitus at the end. So that was Back Chacon remake by Peace from the Ruins. And now a track titled Aubergine by OVE. OV. Let's see. Creator writes, Ardor and Helm were used for making this. And they write, I challenged myself to create a song in 4 hours. This is the result. You have 2 wishes left. I like this part a lot. Okay, I can hear that formant filter from Helm. That sounds very retro. I like the melody though. That's so cool. Wow, I love the lead line. That sounds like Back to me as well. Really cool stuff. So that was Aubergine, I guess, by OV. And now, a track titled Don't Stop, Preview, by DNF. Duke Nukem Forever? Sorry. And DNF writes, it was made with Ardor 6.6, savage. And they also write, I used GeonKick for drums, Vitalium and Helm for pads and synths, and I didn't use Sample V1 for the voices because I still can't. Okay. And I didn't use Sample V1 for the voices because I still can't get the LB2 to load in freaking Qt GUI error. LB2 to load, freaking Qt GUI error. Yes. Because the V1 plugins use Qt for the UIs, and that's a bad practice, and Ardor devs have stomped down on that. They no longer allow that. This is very unique. Also, it's interesting that the kick is off-center. You can see that it goes a little bit to the left. That's uncommon. I really like this bandpass or filter things going on with the bass. Really nice. Good introduction. I would reduce the amount of noise in this lead. There's almost more noise than melody. B-Music asks, which pitch shifter? I don't think he's using any pitch shifters. I think it's just changing the speed of the sample. Because the tempo changes as well. so that was Don't Stop by DNF, made with Ardor. And now, a track titled Baphomet by My Lo-Fi. Ooh. And it was made with Z-Rhythm, Alpha 14 1.2, Drum Gizmo, AC Monster drum kit, Fizz for Mellotron, Set B3 for Hammond organ, I guess, Guitarix LV2s, Vitalium for the pad, OBXZ for lead, Alice Speak Off, Air Windows Dragonfly Reverb, yep. And he also writes, bass and guitars are real. Everything in the box though, so all the effects were made in Ardor, I guess. Sorry, Z-Rhythm! Zero. But here's, I guess you recorded like direct inputs and processed them in Z-Rhythm, right? The rest are synths or samples. It's a 15/8 time signature split in various ways, therefore named after the tarot card number 15, the devil, that shows Baphomet. It's not a tarot, I'm not a tarot guy, but the card looks cool. Work in progress, I guess. Mix needs some work. Did this in 2 days and my ears are tired. I see. Really cool stuff. It sounds like progressive metal rock from the 70s, 80s. Only the recording is way too good quality. Like, this reminds me of Yes a lot. Oh my goodness! Combustible Lemonade written, it has a bit of Yes vibe right before I said it. Or actually, in this exact time I said it. Oh man, gotta love this guitar playing. Whew, so that was Baphomet by My Lo-Fi. Really nice guitar playing there. And now let's listen to Phaser, a track by Adventuner, which is another moniker of Outer Mind. And he writes, it was made with LMMS. And he also writes, all melodics, acid like wob, bass, lead, pad, plugs made in Synth 1, which is freeware, not open source. Drums, various samples, Wave Alchemy Evolve Kick, rest of drum samples from the free 200 drum machine sample pack, Hexa Wave. On this project I used samples from Boss DR660, Novation Drum Station, Roland TR909, MT32, SC88, Akai XR10, Freaky MF Beat 502, FX, Doru Mala Reverse Effects, Impact and Tail Layer from Music Radar Impact Samples sample pack. Okay, so pretty much only open source stuff is the DAW, I mean LMMS. But okay. How about the basses though? Okay, yeah, it's all made with Synth 1, yeah. Interesting. I've heard someone is remaking Synth 1 as an open source synthesizer. Do you guys know what it is? This is so mid-heavy and like, yeah, you can see this like, there's a lot going on in here. And also this kick and bass bit bounce. B Music says, I want the same kick! Yep, we're waiting for the drop. Ugu says, damn, what a banger! Steve Pixis says, not enough 9-on-1 hi-hat. Oh, Rob Vandenberg has linked the Synth 2 project, which aims to recreate Synth 1 as Foss. Nice. So this was Phaser demo by Advent Tuner. And now the last track of this evening, of the stream. Eastern by Ksawery Treningowski. And it was made with Ardor. Thank you very much. I leave Ksawery's tracks for the ending because they are always short and sweet, and or most of the times I leave them for the end. Alrighty, we have reached the end of the live stream. So yeah, thank you all for coming. Thanks for joining me on this monthly live stream. There has been 56 people tops. No, 56 people is watching right now. I don't know how many were tops. I think about 68. Yeah. So this stream was this was the April stream, or April's stream. Even though we're still in March. So the next stream is going to happen in about 5 weeks. So we have a bit more time to make new awesome tracks. Yeah, it's going to be, I believe May 2nd. That's going to be May 2nd. Yeah. Huge thanks to everyone who submitted their music. I really like, you guys are making awesome tunes, and I really like listening what you're coming up with. It's a lot of unique ideas, and I really like the experimental stuff too, because one thing is to make something that sounds familiar and works in the like defined space of musical tropes, maybe. Another thing is to make something completely off the chain. And I think we should all try and make both of these things to develop as artists. Yeah, so thank you again. Also, huge thanks to all the Patreon supporters and LiberaPay supporters. And this month, the community crowdfunding has increased a lot. We've crossed 100 Patreon supporters, and right now there's 102. And adding LiberaPay supporters, there's I think 110 supporters overall, which is crazy. And we're actually adding LiberaPay and Patreon together. We are over $400 per month, which is substantial. And I'm really excited because this is slowly pushing me towards doing this thing as my main job, or at least part-time, because right now I'm doing this in my free time, like working a full-time job normally. We'll see. I'm really thankful for that. If you guys would like to join in, if anyone feels inclined to help me do more of this stuff, please go to patreon.com/Anfa or liberapay.com/Anfa, where you can give me $1 or $2 every month and help me keep making live streams like this one, keep making tutorials about free and open source music production and sound design, and yeah, that kind of stuff. Bye.